Welcome to the Natural Health Podcast, where we bring awareness of sustainable health in the business hustle space. The Natural Health Podcast is perfect for the high-performing, business-minded individuals who want to work with their biochemistry to achieve optimal health. It's Friday, which means it's time for friends sharing facts about health, business, and overall success. In today's episode, we talk to Moneta Tan, who will talk about the dangers of sitting that you need to know about. Moneta is a remedial massage therapist currently completing her Bachelor of Science in Clinical Myotherapy. Her love for the human body stems from 10 years experience in the fitness industry, which includes competed in drug-free powerlifting competitions and treating a vast majority of athletes in her private practice. Moneta has a strong passion for educating individuals on the importance of body awareness, movement, mindset, and lifestyle modifications in order to live an optimal life. When she's not in her clinic, she's practicing yoga, exploring different cuisines in the kitchen, or playing hide and seek with her little puppy. Welcome to the Natural Health Podcast.
Yay, thanks for having me.
We had to include Luna in that, didn't we?
Yeah, we should have brought her out, really.
I mean, you know,
throughout the wave.
Yeah, throughout the podcast, if she pops in, feel free to say hello.
Yeah. She'll come out at some point. She'll miss me too much.
The audience must be like, who's Luna? What's Luna? So tell us.
Luna is my little fur baby.
Beautiful.
Got her during quarantine or during self-isolation, and she's saved me so much mentally. This time round. Like, she's made it just so much more easier to wake up every day and get things done.
And she's so beautiful, and you're just an amazing dog mama, aren't you?
Thank you. I'm trying my best. It's not the easiest, but it's good practice.
Yeah,
it's good practice for later on.
I love it. It's kind of like when a dog your life, you're like, okay, all I know is that you eat and you poo and we need to walk you, but there's so much more to it.
Oh my God. I'm constantly researching on ways to make our lives and her lives better.
Yeah.
It's like dog science. It's a whole nother science.
I know, right? I should probably get like a vet on here to talk about dogs and stuff. That would be awesome, you know, amazing. Or cats even.
Yeah. 100%, you should.
That is absolutely awesome. So, Moneta, in your intro, I've said that, you know, you've been 10 years in and out of gyms, powerlifting, treating people with injuries and so forth. So what have been the key turning points in your journey to where you are now, studying myotherapy and moving forward?
Yeah, I guess it all kind of started when I was diagnosed with depression. And that kind of led me down a path of self-discovery and self-awareness. And through that, I got into gym and powerlifting. And through that, I experienced a lot of pain and injuries. So I was seeing myotherapist, remedial massage therapist, chiropractors, physiotherapists to try and figure out what was wrong with my body. And that kind of inspired me to study and learn for myself and then use that knowledge to help other people. So,
yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
So when you were diagnosed with depression, did you find that going to the gym really assisted your recovery? Yeah.
So my GP immediately upon diagnosis wrote me a prescription for antidepressants. And I had done a lot of research and spoken to enough people to realize that antidepressants it wasn't my pathway. I didn't want to go down that because I'd heard that, you know, you don't feel really happy and you don't feel really sad. You're just kind of in that middle neutral ground. And I didn't want that. I want to be able to feel my feelings. I want to be human. So going to the gym 6-7 days a week, and then also modifying my diet. I did plant-based vegan eating for a couple years. That helped immensely, and then that also just helped me get a little bit more control in my life. which is what I like. Yeah, and then that's how I met you, because we did the naturopathy course together. And though we've both gone different ways. It's beautiful. I love it.
And we actually met in the massage part of naturopathy mainly. I remember that. And
Yeah.
you absolutely loved it. You loved giving, because were you a remedial massage therapist then already?
No, I wasn't. The only qualification I had was Cert 3 and 4 in fitness. So I was a personal trainer, and that was it.
Wow. Yeah, because I remember doing that and you just loved it. You absolutely loved it. You were into it. It was your space, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. As soon as I got my hands on someone, it was just like, yeah, this makes so much more sense to me.
Yeah.
But like, not to say I still love everything to do with herbal medicine and natural eating and all of that. But yeah, for me personally, using my hands is just...
Yeah. Because what happened is, yeah, like most people in the class, some people just didn't know what to do. They're standing there and they were like, oh, a body. What do I do? And then just touch it. Whereas you, it just came naturally to you. It was kind of like the body was in front of you and that was your masterpiece. That was your art. And that's how you expressed it, which I remember looking, I was like, wow, that's actually amazing. That's so beautiful to see. And you were just in your own element. And then I went overseas and then I came back to study.
Yeah, you disappeared. And I was like, where'd that cool chick go? What's her name? Mahela.
and I remember coming back and you weren't there. And then we touched base and you went on a different pathway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what made you click? What changed?
It was literally that unit of I think it was therapeutic or relaxation massage. Yeah, it was literally that, and getting my hands on people. And I just made that split decision as soon as we completed those units. I was like, all right, time's a wasting. I gotta leave this course and I gotta enroll into the course that I want, that I need to.
Yeah.
So that's where I am now, and it's been a really awesome 4 years of learning and self-discovery and just reinforcement that this is actually the right path for me.
Yeah, because what got you initially into the naturopathy course?
It was not like just self-learning for myself, like, because I was going down that vegan pathway and I wanted to learn more about food and nutrition and how you could use food as medicine.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So you've got that basis. So you've done like nearly everything. So you were a PT. You've gone through that, and then you did a little bit of the naturopathy course, did the massage therapist, and now you're studying to be a myotherapist. What is a myotherapist? If someone's sitting there going, I know what a massage therapist is, but what's a myotherapist?
Yeah, so myotherapists, we kind of just learn a little bit extra that remedial massage therapists don't. That's why they've created a Bachelor of Health Science course for it. There's only 2 schools in Melbourne that actually offer that. But we are able to treat more chronic conditions like arthritis and fibromyalgia and a lot of musculoskeletal conditions that people probably never heard of. But the tool set that we are trained to use, we can do things like dry needling and joint mobilization, and we learn the tape to help the body move better, and we learn a lot of exercise prescription. So sending people home with homework, things that will actually make them better, not just like a Band-Aid fix. So it's for long-term pain management.
I love that. That sounds absolutely exciting. So how long have you got to go?
I have 5 units.
Wow, soon.
So hopefully next year I should be qualified. I will be qualified.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. I will be a myotherapist. I am one.
Yeah. It's happening. Look, I've had some setbacks. So I took a year off to kind of focus on building my remedial massage business, working 40, 50 hours a week and just trying to help as many people as possible. But being in lockdown now and not being able to work, it's kind of given me a newfound appreciation for uni. and learning never stops.
No.
So I'm enjoying being back and learning again. So
Good. And there's so much to learn about the body, no matter if you're just doing the physical, if you're just doing mental, spiritual, there's so much to learn. If you want to be a great practitioner, you always got to keep learning.
Yeah. There's always, like, the thing about science is it's always progressing. One year they'll say this is the best sort of treatment for this condition, and then a year or two later, that same person who did that study will come out and say, hang on, this is even better than what I wrote last year. So let's try this for a while. And it's just, science is ever growing. And that's what's so fun about it.
Yeah, I know. It's so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, Moneta, what does success look like for you at the moment? What's success for you?
So I love this question because when I ask people, a lot of people talk about like money and a destination for what success means to them. And for me, it's kind of the complete opposite, because I've never viewed happiness as a destination. So success to me is waking up with purpose and going to bed with a whole lot of gratitude for my life and fulfillment.
Yeah.
And helping.
That. Yeah.
And helping as many people as I can. Like, if I can just help one person a day, whether that's with their pain or just with their mindset, and like just change their perspective a little bit to make them see that life is not bad. That just fills my heart so much, and that's enough for me, and that's success.
Yeah, so being of service.
Yeah.
I love that.
And just spreading the love and the positive vibes. Can you hear Luna with her squeaky toy?
A little bit, yeah. She's too cute.
She's going outside now.
She's going outside. It's what happens when you got kids or a dog. It's the same thing. They'll just interrupt anything and everything.
Yep. Life.
So what would you say is your purpose at the moment, Moneta?
So right now, my business social media page has been pretty quiet and stagnant. I haven't put a lot of energy into that, but my purpose now is to build that and share as much content and knowledge with people as I can, because there's so many things that you can do from home that you don't necessarily have to see somebody in person to get benefits from. So that's why I've been posting a lot of exercise videos lately. And I did a little poll earlier in the week to see what people are experiencing, and if I can help with that, I'm going to try my best. Yeah,
that's brilliant. That's awesome. And I know your Instagram has so much valuable information on it. Just so much valuable information. Absolutely amazing. So let's get into today's topic. Let's talk about sitting, right? So the typical office worker may spend up to 15 hours a day sitting. When I saw this, I was like, wow, 15 hours a day sitting. On the other hand, individuals who work on a farm or so forth, they can sit for maybe about 3 hours, and that's usually in front of their TV or while they're eating and relaxing. So it has been said that it may be worse than smoking to our health. Right? What is the deal with sitting? Is it bad? And if so, why? Okay, so sitting it's not so much that it's bad. I think it's just because we do too much of it. So naturally, we're not designed to sit for long periods of time. Humans are meant to move. We're meant to be doing things. So I think it's really important for desk workers, especially, and students as well, to try to get some movement in between. So I try to encourage a lot of my clients to take 5 or 10 minutes away from the desk every hour or 2 hours, and just either do some mobility work that I've prescribed to them, or just go for a bit of a jog, get the spine moving, get the shoulders moving, get the hips open,
and just do that consistently. And that's how you're going to create a more balanced lifestyle and be more productive in front of the office as well. So,
So what does sitting actually do to our body? Like our joints, our muscles, our organs, are they impacted at all whilst we're sitting?
yeah, definitely. So sitting for long periods of time not only can cause like joint stiffness, but it can make your muscles fatigue and waste faster, which means that when you do go to exercise, it's not going to be efficient because the blood's not flowing as easily as it should. And you're also, you're not releasing things like dopamine and serotonin and endorphins. They're the happy, feel good hormones, right? Like if you're not moving, you're probably not going to be mentally in a good place. And then it's going to affect the way that you work as well.
Yeah. I remember when I used to work in the office, I mean, we all know we should move, right? We would all just sit there, like it was an open office, and I'd just see everyone's head just sitting. And then sometimes I would get up and just stretch a bit, but I would get looked at like I was weird or something's wrong with me, or I had already pain. Not many individuals saw it as a proactive way or being proactive in regards to not getting hurt. Everyone would usually be like, oh, did you hurt yourself? Is something wrong? So what do you think can be done to shift that mindset of going from, the reactive mindset of when you're hurt, you're going to do something, compared to I'm going to do something so I don't get hurt or so I don't have that pain or that stiffness?
Yeah, well, I think you can kind of look at it like how you would with diet, right? Like the things that you put into your body, it's all preventative. So you eat healthier foods, cleaner foods, less fatty and high carb foods, because you want to feel good on the inside, right? And you want to have like longevity and quality of life. So why wouldn't you want to do the same for the outside of your body and the muscles and joints that actually keep you moving?
What about those individuals that in the morning they will exercise and they say, Moneta, I go for an hour jog, right? But then I sit for a whole 8 hours because I'm just so much into my work. I have to smash out, I have to receive this goal. And then later I might go for a walk. Is that the same? Is that as beneficial as not exercising and then not sitting and moving during the day? Like, does that matter that you have like in the morning the movement and at night movement, but then during the day not movement, or is that as dangerous?
I think that all depends on the individual because everyone experiences pain differently. You got to consider factors like sleep quality and nutrition, and things like that. So, someone who has like a healthy BMI. I don't really like BMI, but we'll use that for this example. Like a average BMI. Someone who has that and is moving twice a day, and sits for 8 hours during the day. If they don't have pain, if they're able to do their jog pain-free, they go to bed and they have good quality sleep, they're eating the right foods, then that's totally fine. But if you have someone who may be a little bit more overweight, maybe more predisposed to chronic pain conditions, osteoporosis or osteoarthritis, I would probably encourage them to do a little bit extra on top. So yeah, breaking up that 8 hours and moving in between.
Yeah. It's so interesting. I always wondered what injuries we're most prone to if we do sit. Is there anything that we're most prone to?
Well, lots of back and neck pain, which could be a variety of like actual prognoses, like pathologies. But overall, yeah, lower back, mid back, neck pain, chronic headaches, hip stiffness. I was actually reading recently that lack of movement can actually increase your risk of osteoporosis, especially if you have weight gain You're not using your calcium stores. You're not, like, I'm trying to like remember everything from nutrition and naturopathy.
I love it.
But yeah, what was your question? Injuries.
Yeah, like what you said, what we're most likely to get, like neck pain, back pain,
Yeah.
lower pain, headaches if we're not moving.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about osteoporosis, how if we don't move, we're more likely to get osteoporosis, which is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. What did I write about that? Uno momento. I wrote something really interesting.
I love it. I love it. And I love how you interlink your naturopathy experience, what you've learned with nutrition and the body and all that in regards to the body. I love that.
Yeah. No, so basically, like all sorts of chronic pain conditions, like musculoskeletal chronic pain conditions, can be exacerbated by lack of movement and increased weight, increased risk of diabetes, increased blood pressure, increased just cardiovascular health in general is just deterred because you're not encouraging your heart to pump efficiently. You're always in the sympathetic sort of mind frame. So when it comes to sleep, you're not sleeping, you don't have good quality sleep. And then you've done, how many videos have you done on sleep?
I'm like the sleep queen. I love my sleep and I love experimenting with sleep and getting it on point. It just changes everything. And the thing is also, if you're not moving through the day, a lot of people do mental work and they're exhausted mentally, but they're not exhausted physically enough to sleep. You need to exhaust your body mentally, physically, emotionally to actually want to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not moving enough, then you're risking premature cell aging as well. And you can get like blood clots, and it's just, you need to get all of that blood moving and pumping and like all that lactic acid out. And if you're not, then your muscles get fatigued, your body gets fatigued, you get drowsiness during the day, and it's just not a good time.
So the whole issue is not even about sitting. The whole issue is about not moving enough.
Yeah, and that's what I'm always trying to encourage with my clients, is the idea that movement is medicine. Just get moving. It could be simple. It doesn't have to be strenuous, although getting a sweat on and, like doing HIIT training and actually running is really good for your heart. But even just something as simple as yoga. Like, I really enjoy yoga for my mental health and body awareness, because you try and do these positions and you're like, damn, like I feel like an 80-year-old woman.
I know. I tried yin yoga like the other day by myself, and I was like, okay, so when am I getting out of this position? How long have I been in this position for? Because like you hold this position for like 2 minutes. That's a long time. I know. Have you done it before? Have you done yin yoga? Yeah. Great. Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
It's very humbling though. Like, especially for you and me, because we've done like weights, and Luna, can you not do that?
She agrees.
She's barking at the blinds. Like we've done weights and we've been in gyms for a long time. So when you go and do something that's not strenuous at all, or less strenuous, then it's just like,
it's actually harder. I find it harder to do yin yoga than to lift, I don't know how many kilos you know what I mean? I find that a lot harder. Oh, Luna wants to come say hello. Hello, Luna. You have changed Moneta's life, have you? Oh, she's absolutely beautiful. Whoever's listening to this on audio, you have to jump onto YouTube to see the beautiful Luna on video right now.
In her yellow bandana. She's wearing yellow today because we're promoting happiness.
I love that. Beautiful. And yesterday was Are You OK Day also. So that's very important, especially here in Victoria with everything that's happening.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
All right. Sorry for the puppy spam.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But in regards to sitting, right? So I wanted to know,
Yeah.
is there an unhealthy or a healthy way to sit, and what is it? So for example, what is the right way to sit, and is there a right way to sit?
Yeah, well, I'm sure ergonomics is not a new phrase for anyone who sits at a desk. I'm sure many HR companies and people have spoken about ergonomics, but basically, you want to make sure that you have the correct setup. So if you don't have control over what kind of desk chair you have or what kind of desk you have, there are things you can do to modify to make things right for your body, because no one has the same body, no one has the same leg length or arm length, or like I'm 5'1".
Yeah.
So but the main things you want to focus on is having your monitor eye level, decreasing the amount of bend in your wrists, so having like your wrists flat against the keyboard. So if you need to put something underneath your monitor to lift it up, it's really good. I see a lot of people use textbooks and all sorts of stuff just to get the right height. And then you want to make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight. I see a lot of people also use like a little cushion underneath behind their back, just to increase a little bit of extension through their lumbar spine if they get back pain. And yeah, but I also really love that sit-stand desks have become such a big thing in offices. Talking to a lot of my clients, it's made such a difference for them mentally and physically. So I would encourage much more of that if you can.
I'm currently standing. I have made Yes, I've made it my mission to stand on all my podcasts. So I'm standing. I'm standing right now. So I've got a stand-up desk right in front of me.
Yeah. Have you noticed a change?
Yes. The reason why I've noticed a change is because I put it down and then I put it up, and every so hours, and it just changes my mood, it changes my energy, it changes my flow.
Yeah. And are you more productive?
Yeah, I do, because I move around, I do this, I do that. I just find it very, very useful. It is like expenditure at the start that you have to pull out, but I thankfully got mine on Facebook Marketplace at the start of the year before Corona. So
good old Facebook Marketplace.
So it wasn't like everyone wanted it. No one even really wanted it because everyone was working from home. And I was like, and so I got it, and I got this one's worth about $400, and I got it for like $60, which is amazing.
My God. So good.
Yeah. And it's actually changed. It's changed everything. Like I'm telling you, it's the best thing probably I've invested in. It's absolutely amazing. Because it changed.
Invest in a sit-stand desk.
Yeah. Or you can even make your own. I've seen online so many people do their own, where they just get like another table on top of a table.
I've seen that. Yeah.
There's so many things that you can be imaginative about if you want to.
Yeah. If you want to, that's the big one. Yeah, the main one.
Yeah, that's the main one. That's the main one. So what are your thoughts on the yoga ball? Do you remember when that was in? Like when everyone would just used to sit on a yoga ball? Well, not yoga ball, the big ball.
The big exercise Swiss ball.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't really have an opinion, to be honest, because I haven't tried it personally. I don't know.
Yeah, I have tried it and it was a fail.
Yeah.
A total fail. I feel
like I'd be too distracted. It's like
that's exactly what happened to me. I would move around, I would bounce, and I think I actually got more pain in the middle of my back because I don't think I was sitting properly, because it always moves. I mean, it's really good for your abdominals, I guess, but it wasn't the best thing.
I feel like unless you're sitting at the right height, chances are you're probably going to be slouching on that ball too, because you haven't got that much stability. So maybe not the best idea. Like you could try it for yourself, but
you can try different things. The whole point is just to get somehow and move around, so you're not just sitting at your desk the whole time.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
What are you? So what I wanted to also know is you're a remedial massage therapist, right? So
Yeah.
how does a remedial massage help with the negative effects of sitting? So what do you do as a remedial massage therapist to offset those negative effects when people come to you have that sit for hours at a desk?
Well, so I'm sure you can testify to this as well, but a lot of the work that I do is deep tissue and relaxation. So I like to really promote people to relax, and if they need to talk and vent to me, I try to encourage that, because sometimes you just need a sounding board, right? And then as soon as you get it all out, you're mentally clear and you have a really good sleep and you're much more productive. So yeah, what I do is deep tissue massage for short-term pain relief. And then I talk to my clients a lot about things that they can do at home to help with their pain long-term. So it's kind of like when you come and see me for the first time, it's like a journey. It's a journey. We're trying to figure out where the pain's coming from and how we're going to modify certain things in your life to make sure that you're not going to experience that pain and that it's going to develop into a chronic condition. Because once it's chronic means pain that has been there for 3 months or longer. So if you catch it early, like you just have a little bit of neck pain, you're like, oh, I'll just go get a massage. No worries. But if you've got 3 months of pain, that's going to take more than one session to fix. It's going to, you've got to change things in your lifestyle. You can't just get a quick massage and hope it's going to be gone.
And I can just imagine how many individuals are going to come see you when they're able to, when you open up, because most of them will come with chronic pain.
Yeah, it's really hard at the moment, because I am keeping in contact with a lot of my clients, and a lot of them, they're not really open to telehealth at the moment. They don't see the benefit of it. They kind of just want like a deep tissue massage. So a lot of their conditions are becoming chronic now, so it's going to be a lot harder to fix.
So what, as a remedial massage therapist, what can you offer via telehealth? What would that look like if someone had a consultation with you? Let's say my name is Jill and I'm an office worker and I don't move a lot. I've got pain, back pain, shoulder pain, and I'm like, I need help right now. I can't get a massage. What are you able to offer?
So the beauty of telehealth is it's mobile, right? So I can help people with their ergonomic setup. So be like, hey, show me your office right now. Let's see if we can modify it. And then just using simple tools at home, like a tennis ball or a golf ball, I can show people how to do self-massage to get a little bit of that short-term pain relief, and then show them exercises, mobility work, strengthening work that'll help long-term.
Because strengthening your muscles helps with pain. Is that right?
Yeah. So a lot of desk workers actually have muscle weakness because they're not using their muscles. So over time they just waste away.
And it's interesting because you did say at the start that whilst you're sitting, you lose your muscles. And to me, thinking you're sitting, you're losing your muscles, which means you're getting more pain. So one of the solutions would be movement, but one of the other solutions would be getting those weights out and strength training.
Yeah, and strength training, like weight training, is actually really good at offsetting osteoporosis as well. So if we can encourage bone growth,
it's going to help.
Do it.
Get in there. I know you can't get to the gym, but get something heavy and lift it.
Yeah, like get a they've got those water bottles, the 4-liter bottles at Coles, or even like the 3-liter milk jugs. Like get those. Resistance bands. You can do so much with resistance bands. If you have a small kid, if you have a small dog, stay still.
Use your family members.
I've seen people use the end of their sofa as a leg press. Like they lay on their back and they put their legs up, and the sofa's like on an angle, and they're like here, and then they push, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so
Do not try this at home.
Unless you have like some supervision, at least have a spot.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? This whole thing about being isolated, not being able to go to the gym, not being able to do this, is really testing us and our routine. It's really testing us and our values. It's really testing us where we want to be with our health. Because it is so easy to sit on the couch and put on Netflix. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Absolutely, there's so many health benefits by watching a funny TV show and having a laugh. However, movement is key. It's absolutely key, because yes, here we're talking about office workers sitting, but sitting on the couch is the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And you remember what I was saying about dopamine and serotonin and endorphins? Like, we need all that good stuff to feel good during the day. So
Yeah, exactly. So what would you, like someone that's listening at the moment, what practical tips for the audience do you have to incorporate regarding sitting, and to ensure that sitting is not harmful for us? What's something they can incorporate that's simple and sustainable that they're going to continue doing, not just a one-off?
I think it's a matter of habit. Or ergonomics, first of all, actually. Getting your setup right, making sure you've got good lighting, you've got a good environment, because that's going to help you. If you've got some nice plants and stuff around you, that'll boost your mood as well. Have some nice music playing in the background, that'll help with your productivity. But then getting into the habit of actually getting up and moving, because you understand that movement is medicine and it's preventative. That you're not wasting your time by not being at your desk. You're actually helping long term. You're going to be more productive. You're going to work better. Your boss is probably going to be happier because your quality of work is better too. So it's just getting into the habit of breaking up sitting for so long.
And I love that you said that doesn't mean just because you're not at your desk doesn't mean you're not productive. You're productive outside of your desk. That builds you up to be productive and to be in the zone and produce.
Yeah, and it's not like we're saying you have to go for a 1 hour walk. You know, if that's too much for you, then that's fine. You know, everyone has to start somewhere. So just starting with 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then working your way up until you get to a point where you're like, yeah, this is the perfect amount for me and my body. And I'm going to continue this and make this a habit, because it takes 21 days to create a habit. So if you just do that little bit of a grind for those 21 days, eventually you'll be like, yeah, I like this flow.
Two questions just came up to me. One of them is, how can someone get into a habit? Because all this talk, like, most people know this. Most people know we shouldn't be sitting that long. Most people know we have the movement. But I hear a lot of people always say, but Mahela, I'm just not motivated enough. What would assist getting them motivated enough to move?
Yeah, that's such an interesting question, because, you know, everyone is so different and everyone finds motivation differently. So for me, like, I am my toughest critic, and I know if I don't get moving for the day, I'm not going to sleep well. I'm probably going to eat really badly for the day as well. I just kind of go down this spiral. So for me, I just have to force myself, because I know as soon as I get going, I get moving, I get lifting, I'm going to feel good. And then the rest of my day is going to be productive too. But for someone else, you could do with, you know, maybe finding a really good podcast that you enjoy and using that time of that podcast to move. Or finding a motivational video like the one you sent me this morning, something that like a Tony Robbins video, a Les Brown video, and listening to that. Like, motivational videos can help you so much. Or some people work well with an end goal. So if you, for instance, want to lose, say, 3 kilos, you're like, that's my end goal. I'm not going to give myself a time frame, but that's what I want to work towards. Use that as your motivation. Use your family as a motivation. If you want to have children, but your body's not prepped and ready yet, use that as your motivation to eat right and move better and get stronger, so that when you do get pregnant, you have a beautiful pregnancy and problem-free. Just something as small as that could be your motivation.
Yeah. That's such a good point. I love that. The other question that I had that popped up whilst you were talking is, we were talking about walking, right? In regards to movement, we're talking about walking. Are there any other types of movements that, for example, someone can do in their office?
Yeah. Well, I always have my yoga mats out in my house. So I am always jumping on the ground in between study just to get mobility work done. Mobility is so important for your joints. If your joints aren't moving properly, they're not moving to their full potential, then you get muscle cramps and spasms and pain. So that's why yoga is really good as well. Yoga incorporates strength and stretching and mobility work. You can do a quick 5-10 minute class. You can follow something on YouTube. I really enjoy yoga with Adrienne on YouTube. I've been doing her 30-day.
She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I really like her. She's really refreshing, and she's not really like airy fairy and hippy dippy like some yoga instructors maybe. She's just like, she's real. And I like that about her.
Let's get on a mat and let's just do it, but let's feel our emotions while we're doing it too.
Yeah, and be aware. Aware of what's happening here and outside as well.
Yeah, so that's such a great point. Even just doing some squats.
Yeah.
Like
do some squats, do some lunges, do some push-ups, do burpees if you're
if you really want to, yeah.
I tried to do burpees the other day, just saying, after Luna and I were running around the soccer field. And I was like, yeah, I'll do some burpees. But I got 4 out, and I realized how unfit I am. But that's going to be my motivation now, because I used to be able to do so many when I was younger.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, burpees were never my favorite thing. I just didn't see the point. Why would you get up and down so quick and then don't know? It's like you're either doing a push-up or you're doing a squat. Choose.
It's a metaphor for life.
Is it really?
Pick yourself back up. Yeah.
I love that. And imagine mentally that might be making you more resilient and adaptable just by doing burpees.
Yeah.
Maybe that is my motivation then. I might start doing burpees.
We'll do some. You want to do some burpees after this?
I've got my yoga mat ready. Oh, that is hilarious. I'd love to see what that will look like, but doing it in a blazer, that'll be pretty funny. I love it. Absolutely.
Staunch blazer.
I love it. So in regards to, so the whole thing is we need to move. We need to move to have a healthier lifestyle. Sitting is not beneficial for us. We are productive and we'll get things done when we are sitting, but we just need to move around. So I love that. So what were your practical tips again? Your 3 practical tips? Ergonomic. One was ergonomic.
Ergonomics?
Yep.
What were my, I forgot them now.
Was it movement? I'm pretty sure.
Movement and creating habit.
Yes.
And purpose out of your movement.
Yes. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And anyone can start doing that right now.
Yeah. You don't have to have a whole gym set up at home. I've got nothing here. I've just got bands and a yoga mat. But there's still so much you can do. And if you don't have any ideas, feel free to message me. I'll give you so many ideas. You'll be overwhelmed with all the ideas I come up with.
Brilliant. Just one more note I wanted to ask you is there anything that the individuals that are listening can do right now to test if they are flexible or if they are in pain or something? Can they do something where they can self-test to be like, oh, okay, I do need a little bit of movement. I do need a bit of something.
Good question. Well, I think it all comes down to if they feel pain with simple things that they do, like everyday activities that you do, like bending over to put your shoes on, bending over to pull your pants up. And, if you get pain doing simple things like putting your bra on or brushing your hair or brushing your teeth, or reaching to grab something. If you get pain doing those kinds of movements, it's probably a good indication that you gotta get moving in some respect to whatever
that's
joint.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
Because the
I
body's
think
telling
that's
us
the main
something.
one.
Is that what pain is? The
Yeah.
body's telling us something.
Yeah, your brain is creating this pain signal for you to understand that you may possibly be in danger. Um, but the pain is another story, because you can experience pain physically, but sometimes pain can be emotional pain that you feel externally in your body. Yeah, so that's a whole nother
We can do a whole podcast on
kettle.
pain.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
I know that
it's
you
a
love
big
your
one.
pain. I love it. Not your
Oh
pain, but
man.
helping people with pain.
Yeah, oh my god. It's multi-dimensional pain. It's a
Yeah.
whole nother world.
Yep.
We
Yep.
should talk
Yep.
about that one day though.
We will,
Yeah. I'd
100%.
love to.
I think it's great, and I think it will benefit a lot of people. But I thought I'll get you on here to talk about what's happening at the moment. A lot of people are sitting,
Yeah.
how they can help you, how you can assist them with that. So to finish off, I ask all my guests, as this is the Natural Health Podcast, what is your best kept secret to natural health hack? Something that you do and not a lot of people know, but now they're going to find out.
Oh, okay. Well, this isn't really consistent yet, but I've just started this week, and it's actually something that you recommended to me, which is lemon and salt in warm water. So I'm doing that every day now, and I feel so good doing it. Like my digestion is better. My bowels are moving so much more. Sorry, TMI. Um, Um, but what else? What else do I like to do? I practice gratitude every day. For me, moving is easy for me, but I find my mind is so loud and so busy all the time. So I have a gratitude diary that I've been using for years now, actually, and that's helped me more than any medicine could, like any pharmaceutical medicine could, with my depression and anxiety. So writing down 5 things at the end of the day that I'm grateful for sets me up for the best night's sleep.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I love that you're incorporating the water and the salt and the lemon. I love that. Great job. The little electrolytes in your body right now. And
Oh,
the
so
gratitude.
good.
It's so simple. It's so simple. So simple.
Oh, and
But
it tastes so good too.
yeah. And then that you're doing a gratitude journal. That is, I put my hat off to anyone that does that, because that in itself shows your personal growth. That in itself shows that you're giving yourself time to touch base. How is Moneta
Yeah.
going today? You know?
Yeah, that's it. Because the thing with anxiety is it comes on because people think too far into the future, or they think about the past, and they don't live in the present moment. So that's a really, really good tool for me to use, just to rein it all in, come back. This is where I am. I'm in my body. I'm breathing, and deep breathing. Actually, that's one thing that I am always really, really aware of, because especially for people who sit for long periods of time, you tend to buckle through the core, and then your diaphragm gets locked up and you're not breathing properly, and you start breathing through your chest, right? And that's why people get chest pain, they get neck pain, because all of these muscles up here are being used too much. So deep breathing through your belly, push that belly out, get the gut out, whatever, get it breathing.
That's awesome. Show your belly, get your
Yeah.
gut out, stop breathing. I love that. Show everyone your ISO gut.
Yeah, that's it.
No, but
So lemon, salt water, gratitude diary, and deep breathing are my health hacks.
your little health hacks, and they're so simple. Water, lemon, and salt, deep breathing, gratitude. It's just so simple, but it just shifts your whole day.
100%.
Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. We've gone from here to there. We've educated the audience on sitting, on moving in particular, what they can do. We've just gone and met Luna, which was absolutely amazing. We've done so much in these 45 minutes or so. I love it. I love that. I love talking to you and like-minded individuals. So people listening to you and they're like, you know what? I've actually been sitting for so long. I need help. I need help. How can they contact you? Where can they contact you and what can they get from you?
Yeah, so my business page on Instagram is RMT Moneta. So you can direct message me on there, or you can have a scroll through my content and see if any of that could benefit you. But you can also schedule a telehealth session with me and we can just have a chat, and I can help you modify some things in your lifestyle for pain management.
I love that. And you know what? People do not underestimate telehealth, because I remember when I hurt my knee fencing, I didn't go and see Moneta. The first thing I did is I called Moneta. I said, dude, this is what's happened. What do I do? And her being away, you know, she wasn't able to come physically and see me, but her being away and telling me what to do, that I can say I owe my rehab to you and to that. And that was back then, that was telehealth. But it was just a phone call asking you what to do.
Yeah. Actually, I don't do a lot of telehealth. A lot of my clients, I will just send photos that I find on Google, or I'll take a quick photo of myself doing an exercise or a movement or a stretch. And I'll just send it to them, and I'll be like, do this, do this, do this. And a lot of people benefit from just images. So I'm so happy to do that for anyone who needs the help, because being able to learn about your body, it should be accessible to everybody.
And
I forgot about my website too.
Yes, tell us about your website.
My website, the link is on my Instagram page, so you can follow the link there. And for anyone who may live in the Altona North or Point Cook areas, I've got online vouchers available for when I am able to start working again. So you can, like Mahela has done before, purchase them now and then use them when she needs them.
And I can't wait. As soon as the restrictions are down, I'm coming your way.
I can't wait to see you in person. I miss you, girl.
Me too. I absolutely can't wait. And thank you so much for this podcast. You've shared such valuable information. And guys, you know what? Follow her on Instagram. She's got absolutely amazing content there that will be able to help you with your health and get moving. Thank you, Moneta.
My pleasure. I love you.
Thank you for joining us at the Natural Health Podcast. And remember, the missing link between failure and success is your health.